Test, check 1, 2. Hello, 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 hello. Audio, let's turn this up a little bit. Turn this up a little bit. Audio, audio, audio. Okay. Might as well get started here. Get the chat. And let's use the controller because why not? How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming. We're going to continue our work on the Legend of Driftwood. If you didn't see the video yesterday, the game jam has started. It's a cutscene contest. We're calling it 3C, the Creative Cutscene Contest. Link is going to be, well, actually, I don't have it in the description of this live stream, but you can look at the last video I posted yesterday. It's itch.io/jam/C3. In today's live stream, we're going to be adding cutscenes. We're going to be continuing the bug test of the game and whatnot. Thank you so much for joining me. Bring some tunes. Starting a little bit early today. Started 10 minutes early. Oops. Hey Ahmed, how you doing? You just cleared Fire Emblem 3 houses, Golden Deer Road. Now you have to replay it twice for the true ending, of course. Obviously, right? You a big Fire Emblem fan? Did you play the Fire Emblem game creator? Have you used that yet? Sim RPG. Trocoid, thank you so much for the subscription. Hey Real Gaming, how you doing? You mean the Fire Emblem XP engine on RPG Maker? No, I'm talking about Sim RPG, the engine that's basically like a Fire Emblem game maker. The Dead Batteries comic, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh, I forgot to change the TP cost back. Okay, let me fix that. On all the Thrinities. gonna say they are all 25 TP. There we go. Today we'll probably work on the monster arena a little bit. What are your thoughts on breaking the fourth wall in RPGs? Well, it depends. If your game is like a slapstick type of storyline, then I don't see why not. If you're taking it serious, then you shouldn't break the fourth wall. Like if it's a very jokey, it's just kind of a humorous game and it's not taking itself too seriously, then it's fine. If it's taking itself seriously, you should never break the fourth wall. Like if you want it to be a story that it's I guess like if you're trying to draw out a lot of emotion besides just like laughter, then you don't want to break the fourth wall, in my opinion, because it can detract in a moment that would otherwise the player would like connect to. If they are pulled out of the experience, then they won't, they obviously won't get that emotional connection. I mean, it still relies on you to make a good story for that to happen anyway, but like if you're going for that, you should not break the fourth wall. But there are times for it if you're making a game and it's kind of just jokey, lighthearted, slapstick even. Ooh, double stun. Good question. Does Dark Hero still like super high level? Yep. Okay. This isn't a proper balance test then, because I made the actor have all kinds of skills, super high level. He shouldn't start at level 36. What do we got? 5, 5, and then we have 10. Lydia's at 10. Olgwyn is 16. Lydia will have to start at 12. Olgwyn can start at 15. So 5, 5. Arturus comes first, and then it's Lydia at 12. Olgwyn at 15. Dark Hero will start at 20. So let's go ahead and do that. And then as for what skills does the Bard get at level 20? Healers, foes, is that? Phoenix, yeah. It won't get Striker's Minuet until they level one time. Okay. That's fine. You get plenty of skills to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. accept that, and I sort of need to restart from... I'm glad I didn't overwrite save file 12, because you see the level difference. 18, 19, 19, 36, because we were testing something. So let's go back to 12 here, and do the same thing that we did. And you're thinking of an AI competition to the hero? Companion to the hero. Initially, she is stoic and robotic. Just like 5 from Skyward Sword. But after the AI gets rebooted, the AI gains fourth wall consciousness. I mean, if it fits in your storyline, do it. Let's test the other route. It's a good idea since we did this. Let's skip the castle. Or let's skip the getting the bard cutscene, right? We didn't get the piece of paper saying deliver this to the bard. And let's look at the castle first to see if it breaks or changes anything. We were messing with this yesterday, and it seems to work just fine. Oh, we need to go back in to make sure that those events have disappeared, and they have. Okay. So now we made a branching cutscene, which it's different depending on if you've seen the castle cutscene first or second. So the first time you see this next cutscene, the party walks to the right, but this time the party's going to walk to the left in a much shorter, well, slightly shorter cutscene. Because they've already went to the castle, so they're like, let's go searching, and then it should teleport the party outside of town instead of into the castle. Yep. Are any of you participating in the cutscene contest? The creative cutscene contest. You're working, ZL Entertainment says he's working on the cutscene jam, but working on a video that you'll upload later today first. Oh, cool. Let's see if we can get some adamantium upgrades. Maybe get 1 or 2 weapons or something. Let's start off with Shatter and speed up the combat here. we didn't do too much mining, so we need to level up our mining skill. We skipped past mithril and did a little bit of obsidian mining, not enough to get anything really. And then adamantium is after obsidian, so we're definitely going to have to grind some skill levels or get lucky. I think what I'll do is I'll get a bunch of LP on all of them, so get their TP up, and then just do Shatter Strike, Shatter Strike, Shatter Strike, and get lucky with the crit on them. Each hit we're raising the skill for mining. Well, 75% chance to raise the skill. I'm surprised we haven't seen very many weapon unleash. We should be seeing more weapon unleash. I think it's 4% chance per hit. It's 1 out of 25. Drifty, how about add a skill that negates HP regen effect? Well, I put that there on purpose to be a skill check. The regen is to be a skill check. I could reduce the regen, but it kind of defeats the purpose. I've increased mining skills by adding. I'm using the weakest pickaxes. You know, I could have leveled up more and made stronger pickaxes to make this easier. Also increases the weapon unleash chance and the damage they do. Four ore, nice. So we go to synthesis. I think with 4 you can make a bar. Yeah. So we have, what, 3 bars? 3 ingots now? Need to sell those gems. We got 3 ingots. So if we go to synthesis and craft a weapon, we could make an adamantium pickaxe, but it takes 5. Okay, so it takes 5 to make an adamantium weapon. What about armors? Do I even have the book yet? Oh, I do. Takes 5. Okay. Is there a power charge skill that raises the user's attack next turn and raises chance of weapon skill unleash? No. There's things that increases the user's attack, and there are things that increase the weapon skill. The weapon skill unleash, but that's using a better weapon. Making a better pickaxe. So essentially leveling it up. Like I could do this, give everybody more LP. We didn't get the state. Oh, there it goes, finally. So putting the glyph of aggression on a pickaxe would make a lot of sense. I don't know if I made them enchantable. Let's enchant one of these weapons. Actually, let's wait till we make a adamantium weapon. I wonder if I should make an adamantium gun, or... Yeah, I'll do an adamantium katana. That gets stronger the more you use it, so it's intentionally weak at the start. The Real Tron, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I think we need 2 more ore. Nice. One of those animations needs to change, though. Also, I forgot a fade in. Oh no. I forgot a fade in. So let's save this on a buggy file 14. So let's do that fix real quick. I'm going to make a one-time fix. Hey Volpe, what's up, dude? Going to fix here. I'm going to do a quick auto run event that just does a quick fade in. This is so that I can continue that save. Fade in screen, erase event. But then I also need to add a fade in after this cutscene. Fade out screen, yada yada yada. Fade in screen. Oh, and one animation needs to be looked at as well. This event, Warp Quartz or Chiyu? Yep, it's screen. Let's put it on center. In fact, let's just change that Warp Quartz 1 to Wild Burn. Okay. Which is 297. There we go. Yeah, that works better. Okay. Fixed a couple bugs. So when I load this game, it'll fade in the screen even though it was saved with the fade out. Fixed it, and then we can delete this event. And we've already added it, so playing through again will fade in. So that's how we don't have to like redo something because of a fade in. I guess it did cause a bug here though. Okay, so let's look at this. Oh, that's not a bug, this is just I forgot to turn these guys off. Bard breaks the seal. And then copy this, fade out the screen, wait 15 frames, turn off Bard breaks the seal, turn the transparency off. Oh wait, I still didn't turn it off, did I? I just copy pasted it. Turn this off. Let's rename it actually. Gosh, where is it at? It is 47. Why doesn't it just go to it? Let's name it to Bard, Ice Temple, Seal, CS. Ice Temple Open CS. Now it's kind of makes more sense. It's turned on to show the cutscene for these guys, and then there'll be a new page where if that switch is off, these guys won't be here because we're going to turn that switch off. So let's try this again. Well, technically it won't work now because we already did this event. So these guys are going to be here in this playthrough until I turn that switch off, or until I restart another playthrough. Let's just see what happens. Because that switch is still on. Oh, I'm dumb. I have to save it after using that event. Auto run, fade in the screen, erase event. It's much easier just to play a new game, but we're like we've gone through all of these cutscenes a million times. Okay, we fixed that. Let's save it again. Okay, and that means we don't need this one now. And we can debug. Turn off switch 47. Turn that off. And then these guys disappear. Okay, we fixed it. Okay, I think we can synthesize another 3 ingots and then craft an adamantium pickaxe to mine them faster, or we just skip past that and make an adamantium weapon, adamantium gun, or adamantium katana. Let's go with that. Should really boost damage. Bang. And we can equip it, or actually, yeah, let's equip it. We can press this button and it'll just automatically equip it. But we can enchant it with a malleable enchantment. So now it's got 4 spaces. It's going to do extra fire damage and extra strength. Okay. So we've really made a beefed up weapon. 201 strength, very nice. So let's save this. Alright. And this is to simulate an average playthrough. Someone who doesn't like go hardcore on upgrading all their gear, but like kind of does a little bit of it, mines a little bit. Now this cave I haven't like walked around or fought in or tested at all. So this is the first time I'm coming through this dungeon as like a player. Obviously there needs to be more encounters. I need to put some more encounters on it. And some treasure chests. Can I get off of the thing here? Like if I do this? Nope. Good. 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 Can do more here. Maybe put something here on this little stalagmite. Ice stalagmite. Did I put any encounters in here? Okay, here's a little issue. So all of these white branch ones seem to be able to walk over them. So let's fix this stuff while we're looking at it. We'll go to the region restriction and paint over these little white ones. We know that they cause a problem. Could be other issues. That's what I found so far. Let's check this map. There's no encounters here, so let's add some encounters. In fact, what I can do to save some time is look at the snow forest encounters and copy them. Paste them in here, but maybe take away like the single encounters, so there's like there's more going on. So get rid of the ice worm by itself and the moth by itself, and increase the weight of the other things. So what did I get rid of? 40. So we'll just add 40, 20, 40, 50, 60. Add 40. So add 10 to all of these. Copy this, do the same thing for this next map, except swap these around so that the easier ones are lower encounter rate, and the slightly harder ones that's the hardest fight, so that makes more sense. And then let's look at this event. This is supposed to be a placeholder. Ice Primal. There's not much story going on right here. there's story leading up to it, but I haven't written it for this. I feel really bad for the Aura. It just has to sit there and take it. Smo says, hey Drifty, what plugin do you use for lighting? I use Tarax Lighting. Sorry for the delay. Long time no talk. I know I haven't seen you in a while, Volpe. What have you been up to? Ahmed says, I like to play RPGs where the main protagonist is a villain. I don't mean games like Skyrim or Shin Megami Tensei where you can choose a side. I mean where you are actually going to kill NPCs. Have you played Evil Quest? It's like a Crystallis Nintendo type game, but it's for a PC. It was fun. You're the bad guy. Evil Quest. I think they made a part 2 even. Basically, eventually you destroy the world, and that's how the game ends. That's how you beat the game, by destroying everything. Will there be a sequel to this game? Saga of Driftwood, Leaves of the Heavenly Tea? I mean, this game is so far from being, to say I'm done with it. It's just so far from that. I can't think of a sequel right now. Hey, Flash. Yeah, it's good to see your name, too. Okay, so let's... I suppose what we could do is just load, because we've adjusted these maps a little bit. This would be an error there, problem there, here. There's no way to get up to this area right now. Oh wait, I think the ladder does take you up there, that's right. I need to put chests down. So maybe I could do that. Let's take this template here. Let's put a chest here, and inside here you won't get gold, you'll get something else. Maybe we give like an adamantium helmet or something. An accessory would make more sense. A heater shield. Okay, let's do that. That is armor 15, so let's go ahead and go like this. You've obtained /IA 15. And that'll show in the database the item for the armor 15. The icon and the name. Okay, let's look at that heater shield real quick, because I haven't awarded that yet. Standard issue tower shield for Knights of the Kingdom. 15 vitality and 50% guard rate. That's good. So it is considered a large shield under the shield equipment type. So what class can use shields? She can use small shields. The naturalist can use small shields. The knight can use large shields. Gunslinger, no shields. Ronin, shields. Bard. Bard can use small shields. Okay, so that'll be for Arturus. That's one. Let's put another chest somewhere. I'm going to walk in. There's no point in going this down here unless there's a good chest here. So let's put a chest there. What else would we give? Not something the party could make at this point. So there's really, I mean, there is a way to make something above adamantium if you get enough unidentified ore, but it's unlikely that you're going to. So I'm going to award a Nebusite helmet right here. And that is armor 57. So let's just go in here and change this to be 57. That would be a good upgrade. So there's a good helmet for anybody, pretty much, most people. Dude, bards cannot use shields. They need both hands to play instruments. You know, if you want to make the game harder, I think I'll agree with that. Sorry, Bard, you're already too awesome. You can't have more defense. Ahmed, thank you. So there's, I mean, you have to go down this way to go to the next area, so there shouldn't be a chest along the way here. You'd have to go out of your way for a chest. So a heater shield there and a Nebusite helmet there, and that makes sense. The lighting doesn't seem to be dark enough here. So I'm using a tint set for Tarax lighting here. But I need it to be, I want it to be darker actually. It's so bright. Let's go for hex color codes. Hex color codes. Dark, dark blue. Let's go with this color. Let's see what the difference in color is for that one. Copy that, and then we'll also put that in here. Oops. Paste that. Delete that. Okay, and then when we get to this point, oh, we need chests. Let's put some more chests around. Copy here. We get here, you're going to come down here, so there's no incentive to go to this way unless there's a chest over here. So what will we give in here? Maybe I haven't awarded these out. A Tome of Ice Resist. Why do I have two of them? One is Thunder. I just didn't rename it. Okay. Reduces the damage from the element while you have it equipped. I think this is a good spot to award that. So let's do that. This is Tome of Ice Resist, and that is number 162. So you definitely want to pick that up before you fight this guy. So I need to balance this fight. I'm expecting this fight to be like out of whack quite a bit, but that's the idea of just seeing how it feels and then strengthening or weakening. Probably have to weaken. Okay, So let's load and do some testing. Check the lighting, look for more places we can walk on the walls, more bug testing. I definitely want to be able to see all the chats though. Hey Charles and Nico, how you doing? Panda Maru has some ice cave tiles. Nice. Panda Maru has a lot of awesome stuff. Did I not save after that point? Yeah, I did not. I did not. Okay. Not a big deal. Oh, I think I saved it after. Hold on, I made the item and enchanted it and stuff. Right? Yeah, okay, good. Sweet. So wait, did I include enemies for that first area? I did. There are enemies here. 50, 45, and then 40. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. So most likely you won't get into an encounter here, so I'm going to change the rate here to be 30 to increase the likelihood that you get into one battle. And I want to also include one chest, or even two chests. One in each corner. Or maybe just one hidden behind a single pillar. Yeah, just one chest. Let's put a chest. Copy this. Put a chest right here. And what do we want to award? There's a ton of items that the player never even has seen. I've included a ton inside the database. Let's go with the Shell of Mana +5. I mean, what? Increase. So this is 156. Let's double check what we're. I think we're doing a. Obviously, it's a Yanfly plugin. Okay, we're using the Life Leech plugin for this. So all of the physical, magical, and certain moves. Whenever you use a move, you'll get 5 MP back for using a move while you're using this as an accessory. It will cause all of your attacks and skills to restore 5 MP, which is pretty cool. It's not super powerful, but it's another thing. Okay. So once again, I'll do a restart. Shell of Mana +5. Alright, who needs it the most? If I just go like this, does it get auto-equipped somewhere? Let's see what it looks like on the party members. So it looks like Old One's getting it, but he doesn't need it. So let's remove it. Because there's just a shortage of accessories given out at this point. But the player is given the option to buy many accessories. So let's put that on the Bard, actually. All of your attacks and skills to restore 5 MP. So that's good. Oh, I see another issue. We need to do a battle background. So when the player walks into here, what do we have as an auto run? This is an auto run race event, so we also need to set the battle background. So let's do that. Change battle back to V. Let's go with the first one. But I mean, it does have stone walls, doesn't it? Okay. Like this. I think I even refer to this as a temple, so let's do this. And then that will be set for here. I won't have to set it here, but I should because the walls are different. Okay, so let's just take this, and when we get into here, the auto run, we'll change it up. So this has like not stone walls. Now we've gone down and it's more like this ice cave type of thing. And we'll take that same one for the third area. Yeah, MP regen is going to be a super huge bonus. Yeah, that looks better. I also want to test if it works. I don't think I ever tested them. I made a bunch of stuff and I didn't even test it. Driftwood does so much damage now because we made an adamantium weapon, and we enchanted it with fire damage, and everything's weak to fire, so he's wrecking everything. It's great. Oh yeah, I wanted to auto-equip and then just take off from Olwyn and put it on the Bard instead. Should just save this now. That's what I like. Okay, that's better. Doesn't have to be super dark. I just want it to be not so bright. You're going underground, you know. So much damage. Capture it. Captured a nice worm. Yeah, boy. Let's do a provoke. I'm not noticing if Dark Hero's getting the MP like he's supposed to. Let's see. Basic attack, we're at 143. 148. Yeah, he's definitely getting it. Capture. Let's try harass. That will provoke magic attacks as well, so that we can get some HP back. There we go. Flame shot 3 learned. Assassinate. Oh, some good skills around this level. So if you haven't been like running away from every fight, about this point you'll be getting a lot of good skills, which is good because there's going to be a very hard fight. Ever consider making silver weapons that effective against undeads? I did already. Epic Mightyena. That's like the last temple. The pyramid, there's a bunch of skeletons and werewolves, and you use silver weapons and they take a lot of extra damage. Triple damage from silver. Yeah, I considered it and executed on it as well. I mean, by now, you're going to be having to dip into your items. You should have plenty of items to munch on at this point. So far, this is looking pretty good. We get a Nebisite helmet. Hey. So let's equip that on, I don't know, probably the Knight. Big increase in tankiness. And what I would like to do is probably change my formation so that Olguin and Arturus are switched up, and then Driftwood is right here. And even Olguin will be switched with Dark Hero. Because it's going to auto-equip in the order that they're in the party. So it'll put the best stuff it can on Arturus, and then try to put the rest of the stuff on Driftwood, then Dark Hero, then Olguin. Maybe I should reorganize the party for the player, or just let them do that. So the auto-equip button works better. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just leave it like that. The player can reorganize their stuff. Some people won't even use the button that auto-equips stuff. Unfortunately, if they don't, they'll feel like there's too many menu swapping going on. Assassinate, you can use it once per battle. Deal 5 times damage if an enemy is bleeding. Let's just see what its base damage is. This is with an adamantium weapon. Oh, and it missed. Maybe I set it up so that it misses. Fire shot 3. Oh, he missed. Come on. Let's do a full requiem. Hits them all. That gets stronger as you use it. Let's provoke, because he's tanky. Oh, and then they use spells. Of course they do. And you can't do it again until until next fight. That's great. Yeah, that's pretty good damage. Farming for that adamantium sword, or adamantium katana, and then enchanting it, fire damage, was a great option for here. It's going to do a lot of damage to the boss, I'm sure. Here's the heater shield, and if we press this, it should just directly go to whoever could wear it. First, it'll try to put it here. It didn't see it as an upgrade. It didn't see it as an upgrade because even though it's got 6 more vitality, it has 10 less willpower than the iron one. So I need to update the heater shield to be better because it's supposed to. So it should be recognized as better. And iron is like is way lower. So the heater shield is out of date for sure. Heater shield is a special item. It doesn't fall into the tiers of metals: bronze, iron, silver, mithril, obsidian, adamantium, nebisite. What's after that? Deosite, morphite, espergite, coral, aegisite, driftite, because it gives the guard rate bonus. But it also needs to give willpower. Let's do plus 20 willpower, plus 20 vitality, which is defense and magic defense. And now it'll recognize it as better from here on out. I'm not going to reload for that. Probably should, though, because this is what the player's going to have. And it should be a little bit more. Okay. Where was the last save? It was probably like right before this. So let's just go ahead and get the new one. So now if I go like this, it should be way better than, yeah. I mean, there's some variance. They can, it says 20 and 20, but you can see that it's giving 25 defense and 21 magic defense because Yanfly's plugin is putting a variance onto it. Let's close this hex codes page. I don't need this open anymore. How many people have entered the competition, I wonder? 11 people. Oh my gosh, 11 people have entered. Cool. Guys, go to this and enter if you want to. If you want to. I'm expecting about 20 or 30 people to submit games. Hoping for more, actually. I don't want more than 100, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to get 100 entries. I think 50 would be great. Cutscenes with RPG Maker or something. Yeah. It's a contest that started yesterday, and it's going to go for a week, and then we have 2 weeks to make to judge all the entries, and it's a simple thing. You just put together a 5-minute cutscene. Should be pretty simple. The more people that enter, the more likely. The more people that enter, the more prizes there will be, but it doesn't change your odds of winning. Because every 10 people, there's another key that I'm throwing in. Besides, it's not really about the keys, it's about the practice and the experience. Yeah, I'm thinking about making a video on each one of them. So I might spam my channel with videos, 5 to 10 minute videos. But it'll be good for the channel, actually. Every time, at first I thought I didn't know if I wanted to do that, but I've done this 4 times now. And every time I do, the numbers go up. So it's good. And people seem to interact more, so that's good. Tome of Ice Resist. I suppose it should be on our tank because he's going to be drawing fire. So this will reduce all the ice damage. I could go and buy some more accessories and earrings and rings with the money that we've made. We got almost 12,000. So I want to see how hard it is. If this is considering an average playthrough where you're not running from all the fights. I ran from a few fights. So let's try to do a bleed strike. It didn't land the bleed. Let's do the assassinate. Bang. Still decent damage, because his weapon adds 201 attack power, which is pretty nice. She's a nice bat. Enmity. I forgot what that one does. What does Enmity do? Yell at the enemy, causing all the attackers to aim for you. Oh, right. Enmity is the combination of provoke, harass, and coax. Melee, magic, and certain attacks. This one is like a combination of these three. So Enmity is the ultimate skill. It's like the... So at level 20, Arturus gets his super tank skill. Doesn't make him take less damage like these other ones do, but instead it makes it so that you have one turn and then everything is directed at you, except for multi-hit attacks, which are still split up, and area of effect, which are still everybody gets hit. So that's great. Okay, so we're set up pretty much. I'll add more storyline to this. Maybe give the player some choice. Maybe put another chest in here. You dare disturb my realm? I want to put this at the bottom, or actually, we're going to be coming from the top. We'll put this at the... Well, if you go around, it'll be at the bottom. So at the top. We're going to change this text to be top. You don't want your text to cover up your event when you can kind of when you can have it somewhere else. You must have a death wish, like I can make that into something a little bit better, for sure. Everything else is okay. So I'm expecting this to be a little hard right now. Let's start off with some healing. Let's start off and heal the damage we just took. Let's do Flame Shot 3. Good. Striker's Minuet will have us deal more damage. Knight's Valor. Oh, I should have did a Provoke. Okay, I'm gonna have you throw some items down instead. Tachi Kasai. Flame Shot 3. Actually, you need to do some items. Let's use Enmity. Just attack Arturus. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Let's do Refreshing Water. Holgun. Oh no! That blizzard is just wrecking. Power Fungus. Don't let Arturus die! Yeah, he's a monster. Shell. Look how tanky he is. He's unkillable. I don't need protection. It only has like one physical move. Nathan says at a certain point, my x-axis, my character is turning into a boat/horse. Any ideas where this may be coming from or how to search for the fix? Your character is turning? You mean like the event? If it's the event, check the direction fix box. Just direction fix it so that it's only the one you want. If it's your character when you're moving, it's because the sprite that you gave your character in the database. I just show you. Real easy. It sounds like a problem right here. So this sprite, your character sprite, make sure that it's using a sprite that doesn't have like, the horse or the boat on it right there. So it looks more like this, facing down, facing left, facing right, facing up. The event, any event will have a direction fix box. No event, the sprite is changing. Well, events have sprites, right? So you talk to, let me show you what I'm talking about. If I can, maybe. Well, I'd have to do a test play. But anyway, if you talk to this chest without anything on it, and it'll look like that. But then when you talk to it from another side, it might just look like that while you're talking to it. Like, it changes depending on the direction. So to get around that, you click the direction fix box. And if you're talking about your character, like the player walking around changing sprite, then it's most definitely, unless you have some event happening that's changing it, it's just the character sheet that you're selecting. So if it's not those things, then I don't know. The horse and boat isn't on the sprite sheet. Really weird. I just walk right and it seems to switch for no reason. I have no idea what's happening. Maybe you have some sort of parallel process that's got a change or something. Let's bring up the bard. If the bard manages to survive, then I can do a Phoenix Payon. Nope, he doesn't have the MP. Okay, then I can do a MP restoration. And he'll die again. That's fine. Arturus is super strong. Oh my gosh. Can't kill this guy. So let's do enmity. Keep enmity up. And then put on shell again. Ice 3. He's going to have a dot blast on him forever. I need to give maybe like another amplified damage skill or something, because he shouldn't be able to survive this long. Of course he can't do anything, he's just surviving, which is kind of like pointless if you can't get someone up. It gives the player a lot of chances, but it'd be frustrating. The frequency of Blizzard is too high. That's what I'm noticing, because that's what's wiping the party out over and over. So let's go to the enemy for the Ice Primal. And what's our Blizzard frequency? Oh, it's 5? No, that should be 4. It shouldn't be a main move. Ice 2 as a main move works better. Foes Requiem? No. That's the Bard's move. Mass Amplify Damage, yeah, that would work. Yeah, there we go. So less frequency on Blizzard and no full Requiem. I do have Mass Amplify Damage on him. He just hasn't used it yet. Okay. So most of the time he's gonna cast Ice 2. That seems fair. On most creatures it'll do a good number of damage, but on Arturus, especially with Shell, it's not gonna do very much at all. Freeze Dry deals weak damage but debuffs the enemy, decreasing their healing. That's a good idea. Hold on. Freeze Dry. That's a great skill, and it would be mean, and I think it actually would work very well. Because, I mean, obviously you're not going to win that fight, and it's going to just make the player try and fail, which is, don't like make a long drawn out failure, right? So let's do a Freeze Dry idea. I like that skill. These were some passives I was working on. I never actually did put these in. I don't know where they actually came from. Let's go here. I'm going to do that Freeze Dry skill idea. go with this. Well, maybe we'll make it like powder. Freeze dry. Deals HP damage with the element of ice, so deals /I 65 ice damage to target, reducing the healing rate. Reducing healing received. Wait, is it E-I-B-E-D? Why can't I remember how to spell something? E-I-B-E-D, that's right, okay. So this will cost him, I don't know, 25, 30 MP. But it'll be one enemy. It'll be a magic spell, occasion battle screen only. It will be a magical attack. We'll give it an animation. So let's find an animation. It'll be 428. And the formula will be something simple. A.ATK times 2 plus A.MAT. Actually, it doesn't need to have any attack. Even more simple. Let's just say 100 plus magic attack power times 5. Now the debuff is what it's really doing, so we'll just say 4 minus B dot MDF. Yeah, we'll say it can critical. But what it's going to do is have a chance to add a state, which we'll have to make. So let's make a new state right here. And it'll be 60% chance. 70% chance. Say 70% chance to reduce healing received. So we have to make that state. By how much? %70 chance to reduce healing received by, what, 50%? We could go lunatic mode and make it stack and increase the effectiveness of it for every time it stacks. But I'm thinking something simple, just like it cuts it in half. That would make it a lot more challenging. So we'll say 75% chance to reduce healing received by 50%. So most likely when it uses it on you, it's going to land it. Let's make it state 59. What did I use? It was like a white powdery. It was like this one, huh? Oh no, it wasn't. It was like this one. Freeze dried. And it's removed at the end of battle. And let's see. Action end, and it'll last from 5 to 10 rounds randomly. And it'll stack up, so if it keeps happening, it'll just get multiple. Let's just say 5 to 7 rounds. And what we'll do is go to special flag, no, is it? Here it is, special parameter recovery effect. So your recovery effect will be reduced. So it would normally, if you put times 100%, then nothing happens. But if you add 150%, then it's giving you extra recovery. But if you make that 50%, that means it's cutting your recovery effect in half. So that's what we'll do. And let's do a state anim too. Let's go for it. State animation. Do I have that on this? Do I have state animation plugged in? Hold on, let me see. Yanfly.mo. Wait, I have it. I just need to... I don't need to go to the website for it. What is it called? It's YepX State Animations, maybe? Is it an extension or is it standalone? Let's see. Yep. State Animations. I think it needs a buff state core. Huh. State protections. Maybe I don't have it on here. I know I have it on another game then, or on others. Yanfly.mo. Let's search for state animation. So tips and tricks. Visual state effects, is that it? Yeah, it's called Visual State Effects, and it's a standalone. So maybe I just didn't look for it in the right spot. So it's a standalone, look for Visual State Effects. That's why, okay. It's just not, I don't have it here. Not a big deal. Let me click download now. Let's get that download real quick. It's an extension. It is an extension. Maybe I have it. Come on, editor, stop being weird. X Visual State Effects. I do have it already. Okay. What version is this actually? It doesn't just show the version here. That'd be a good thing to add on Yanfly's website. Just a number on the page that shows the current version. I know that's another thing to change a number to. It's arbitrary, but it's kind of convenient. Let's see, do I have the most recent one? I can just look on the page without having to download it and check it. Anyway, this is a plug-and-play thing. It just needs to be underneath the Battle Engine core and the buff states core. I knew it required buff states core. So I'll leave all of this the same. If I need to change something else, I will. So let's go ahead and put this under buff states core. Right there. And now that we have that, we're going to invoke it with the state animation on a state. And it's as simple as that. So now when I use state animation on here, I can put a number in here. Oh, so first off, we need an animation for the new skill. That Dr. Vial suggested. And then we'll need the state skill animation for it too. So I'm going to pick one randomly. Let's go with this one. We'll copy this. Paste this down. Where did I put it? Put it right here. And we'll call it freeze dried. And we're going to change this to be something else. let's not make it so long. Get rid of the screen flashes. We don't need the crash. Yep, I like it. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll copy it and we'll paste it here, and I'm going to put in parentheses state, like that. And what we're going to do is batch the entire thing and change the scale of all the frames and all the cells to 20% of its original. And it looks super tiny, but that's what you want, because we're going to use 429 on the state. 429. So when you're under the effects of freeze-dried, you'll have this small little animation playing over and over and over. We also need to get rid of all of the sound effects and flashing. So the state doesn't need any of this stuff. It should just be the little animation that plays over and over and over. Okay. Let's just go ahead and close this. I didn't need that running the whole time. Now we need to award that animation 428 to the new skill we created, which we already did. And let me just search for Ice 2. Magic attack power times 8. So I'm saying 100 plus 4. Okay, that's fine. Ice damage. Alright, cool. Alright, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. The amount of animations, yeah, I have a ton. I've got more on other projects too. Alright, we need to award that skill to the enemy though, so let's put that. Freeze dried. It's not too strong, but it will stop that crazy stuff from happening with Arcturus never dying. Freeze dry. So let's give it a rating of 4. So it's not going to happen as often as Blizzard 2 or Ice 2 or Mass Amplify damage. But it will happen as often as the Blizzard, Ice Bolt, Ice, Frost Shot 3. You know what? It doesn't need Frost Shot 3. It had a Bard move and a Gunner move, which it doesn't need, so. Has enough moves. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 moves. We reduced Blizzard from 5 to 4, so Ice 2 is the thing it'll do most of the time. And then it'll do these other things. Okay. Let's try it again. We'll have to keep balancing it, I'm sure. Loyalty 237, hello. How are you doing? Geister, wish I was at home working on my game while I watched instead of at work on the computer. Yeah. Did I already get the tome? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's start with the Striker's Minuet. what I should have done is not that. Let's do a bleed strike. Okay, we didn't get the bleed. When we get the bleed, we'll do the assassinate, because it does way more damage if you can get the target bleeding first. So let's do a Phoenix Brew and get Dark Hero back up. Gosh, I reduced the likelihood of Blizzard happening, and he's still doing it a lot. There's Freeze Dry. It didn't land though. Okay. Wait, did I set it up so that it'll hit that? Hold on. Skills, Freeze Dry. What? Oh, I know what's happening. You have to go find previous. Add state freeze dried 75%. Yeah, it's there. It just didn't land. Okay. Ice 3. Still didn't do very much to him. Let's get that bleed. You know, it might be immune to bleed. Ooh, that critical. I forgot Arteris can cast Protected Shell on other party members. It makes them much better. And I increased its duration from 5 to 15. Which is great. Yeah, it's got to be immune to bleed. I don't think the Ice Primal should be immune to bleed. Let me fix that. Maybe like a super souped up version of him. Resist. It's not resistant to bleed. I just have had bad luck landing it. Let's look at the skill. Bleed strike. Okay, fine. Previous. 60% chance to bleed. That has a 75% chance to cause bleed. There we go. Bleed strike has been buffed. You know what I keep doing? Keep forgetting to do constantly. Added a few new animations. Installed. Added. Okay, fine. Added. Yep. X. Visual. State effects. Gave. Adjusted the balance on Ice Primal. Boss fight. Fixed several storyline dialogue bugs. Stuff I didn't even mention yesterday that I did. I'm doing great, Loyalty. Thanks for asking. I did some other stuff. Gosh. Oh yeah, added a new skill and state. Freeze dried. That reduces healing rate. other stuff, I'll remember. Okay. Oh no. Blizzard 2 is so strong. You know what I need to do with Blizzard 2? Is give it, it's already just a rare chance to happen. What I should do is make it so that only when their HP is between 0 and 20% will it do Blizzard 2. So it can't do Blizzard 2 until it's about to die. And it can't use Blizzard until its HP is between, until it's, let's say, 75% alive. Okay, so until you've done some damage, it won't start using Blizzard. And then it won't do Blizzard 2. You know what I should do, actually? Is I should reduce this to 4, so... all this will do is, it's all relative. I could have this 22, and then these will be 21. The numbers don't matter. They only matter in relation to themselves. But now that I've made it so that Ice 2 is not a 5, it's a 4, that means all of these moves are now a lot more common. So what I wanted to do was take Blizzard 2 and make that a 2. But if I would have just made it so that Blizzard 2 and Blizzard was a lower rating, like, for example, a 2, and we had a 5, it would never happen. So it'll only work with a 5, 4, and a 3, or a 4, 3, and a 2, or a 3, 2, and a 1, and so forth and so on. Like, it'll only work with 3. So the 4s are going to happen more common. Then the 3 will happen slightly less common, and then rarely it'll do a 2 move. So it's very rare that it's going to do a Blizzard 2. It's got to be, because I did that, I'm going to also go like this. It's got to be on a third of its life. And I'll change this too so that it's within 2/3. So after you've taken a third of its life, it'll start using Blizzard. After you've taken 2/3 of its life, it will do Blizzard 2, but at lower rates. Because that's what wipes the party out. His numbers are good though. Like, you don't want to make his numbers too much weaker. He's got too much HP. Absolutely. I don't think I meant to have 222,000. That's a mistake. I actually meant to have 22,000. So let's change that up. 222,000. That's hilarious. Let's do 30,000. And it also will... the enemy level will scale. So yeah, it's not balanced yet, but we're working on it. We're getting there. Yeah, okay, good, good. Wow, Arcturus is about to die. Let's go with some items help here. There we go. It's looking fine now. There he goes. Now he started bleeding. He's bleeding, so Assassinate should do a ton of damage to him. It did. Nice. Okay. Let's do Shell. So he's 2/3 damage, so he's going to start using Blizzard. But it feels a lot better. Like, yeah. Okay, I need to play it defense a little bit when they start using Blizzard. Ooh, Slice Critical will do 10k. With the fungus, because I just put a power fungus on. And he has a... So he's got 3 attack bonuses going on. Ice Bolt is too weak. I'm going to drop it. And it could use a little bit more HP. Not too much. Actually, I don't know. It kind of feels about right. Got him. Okay. The Great King Boo! How you doing? Hey Travis Newcomb, what's up? So we took care of that event. I did see... I'm going to close this because we're going to fight it again. This doesn't need to be same as character. This needs to be above characters. Action button. And the same thing happens with this one. But let's add just a little more HP. Let's add a little bit more agility because he felt kind of slow. And let's get rid of the Ice Bolt. It's completely useless. Yeah, Blizzard 2 only has access to it when it's down to its bottom third HP, and it's a very low % chance that it actually does it. Also, the Ice move is a little low level for it. So it's going to do Ice 2, Freeze Dry, Dot Blast, Blizzard, Mass Amplify Damage, Ice 3, and Blizzard 2. So we started making his strong hitters weaker, and we got rid of some of the moves that are too weak. And we also dropped a Bard skill, and we dropped a Gunner skill from the Ice Primal, because it didn't need those. So this thing had, like, you know, a lot more skills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more skills. that we dipped out, and then we made 2 of them. They're hardest hitting ones, lower chance of happening, as well as selective, or required having it already taken damage. And we fixed a bug where I had way too much HP because I was spamming. I wanted it to be 22,000, and that wouldn't have been enough, but 222,000 was too much. Arturus should be a cheat code. Having him on the party is like cheating. He's a little strong, yeah. I think the freeze dry didn't do enough. The freeze dry needs to be stronger. It's a great skill, but it didn't shine because it wasn't powerful enough. It needs to be 100% chance. So we can just say that reduces. Deals ice damage to a target, reducing healing received by 75%. So we're going to guarantee that freeze-dried lands, the state lands when you're hit with this spell, which is weaker than normal. You can put all that on one line actually now. And we need to go to the state and make it so that the recovery effect goes to 25% of its normal recovery, which would effectively reduce the amount of healing you receive by 75%. Also, I didn't notice the state animation very much. So let's go to that animation real quick. And maybe we just kind of batch the entire thing and scale it up to 33%. Let's batch it and scale it to 40%. Let's batch it and scale it to 50%. It was kind of so small that you couldn't even see it. Yeah, so that's good. The state was definitely landing. Freeze dry is icon 1,000, and on the state it's icon 1,000. Okay. Let's try it again. We gave it a little more HP. We took away a couple of its wussy moves and increased the power of freeze dried. You mean the freeze dry was not strong against Arturus? Another thing is, Arturus is using the Ice Tome, which reduces all ice damage by 25%, because we just found it. If the player doesn't put that on him, they're going to be messing up big time. Also, if the player didn't reach level 20 with Arturus, then, well, even if they don't, they won't have enmity, but you can still use Harass, which pulls all magic attacks, and everything he does is magic attacks, so you don't actually need enmity, now that I think about it. Enmity is the skill that provokes physical, magical, and certain hits. Taunts them. Well, how about that? Let's just do this. Capture. Okay. Why not? Okay. Let's... Oh, I meant to save it after that, but that's fine. I wanted to use an item and fully heal my guy. It's not a big deal. Let's start off with, I guess, the healer's ban. So that doesn't add... Oh, okay. It doesn't stack the duration. It stacks the effect from 25% to 50%. To add the duration bonus, you have to increase your Threnody skill. That's right, because that's a custom skill. The duration on those, not Threnody, the other one. Madrigal. No. I forget. Minuet. That's right. Now you can see the state animation on him. It's a little big, but it works. So he's still bleeding. I'm going to use Assassinate. Get a crit. Get a crit. Oh, I missed it. That sucks. You can only use the Assassinate once per combat, so that's a bust. But if you're making adamantium weapons, you're going to have no problem in this fight. I made one, and it's made a huge difference. Put an adamantium gun on Olgwyn in Fire Shot 3, you're going to just wreck. Mass amplify damage. Cool. I wanted to see if that would... Did that not have an animation? Yep, it doesn't have an animation. Okay. Let's give it an animation. 430. So I'm going to pick something here. There we go. Let's take the Confuse animation. Paste it onto where we're looking for 30. Call it Mass Amplify Damage. Change the image it's using to something else. That's too much of a positive. Nope. Yep, I like that. Let's change the hue of this to be not green, but more like red or purple. I like that. Change the sound effects. To be something different. There we go. That's too much. Yep. And then on frame 16 it is a new sound effect. No, not that one. There we go, that one. Needs to be faster. Okay, that'll work. Ooh, is that a blizzard too? That was just a regular blizzard, huh? I think we can get it though. Oh no! That fire burn is just racking up tons of damage. Olgwyn's doing a lot of damage. You don't realize it, but Olgwyn's doing the most damage because he's applying that flame state. Olgwyn is doing crazy damage. Ah, not equip. I just want everyone to be alive at the end, so they get experience and stuff. Might get them. Yep, good enough. Much better. Much better. I think it's about right. I want to try it one more time. Did we change anything else besides the mass amplified damage? I feel like the blizzard doesn't happen that often, which is good. It's still very strong. Blizzard 2 can do a lot of damage. Arcturus is so freaking strong because of this custom guard replace. He's just an unstoppable healer. ID 62, skill 62. Am I able to reduce the strength of Knight's Valor and not mess up an earlier effect? You know what? I can get rid of the barrier. He doesn't need a super barrier. Ooh, thunderstorm. My internet goes out. This is a thunderstorm. I'm going to get rid of the barrier. It doesn't need to have the barrier. It's still guarding, adding a buff, and giving you 25% of your HP and plus 250. But the barrier is like some overkill. He's just way too strong. This might make it harder in the earlier scenes. Especially against the assassin. I'll have to play through again. Removed the barrier effect from Arcturus's Knight's Valor guard replace skill. Dr. Viral says, so there's kind of a choice for Arcturus now to taunt and take all single target damage like a champ for his team and cost of a chance getting freeze dried. You know what we could do? We can give the boss another skill called Frozen Solid. That sounds so evil. But technically, in this game right now, it's the last boss. You know, now that you can get up to it, it's currently the last boss. Take care, Royalty. Thanks for stopping by. Let's make another skill called Frozen Solid. And it's just like an ice block or something. Frozen Solid. Right here. Frozen Solid. Stuns. It's like a paralysis, basically. Adds, freezes your target for 2 to 5 rounds. 5 rounds? 2 to 4 rounds. And it'll do damage too. deals ice damage and freezes your target for 2 to 4 rounds. Battle screen only, 1 enemy, magic attack. Give it an animation. It'll be A.mat times 10 plus 100. Making critical. We'll say minus B dot MDF. And maybe agility too. Minus B dot AGI. So if you're faster, you'll take less damage from it. It's just like one of those slight changes. Small modifiers. Freeze dried. Okay, state 58. It's going to be frozen solid. And it's essentially going to go with a cannot move. High priority. Yeah, I do, Dr. Vile. That's a great combo. Deals ice damage, so it shouldn't do as much damage then. It's going to do times 5 plus 100 minus defense and agility. So it deals ice damage, comma, freezes your target for 2 to 4 rounds, and increases the amount of ice damage received by, I don't know, like 25%. So on the frozen solid state, we have an effect over here, a state rate, a element rate, element rate times 125. So all of the ice damage stuffs coming towards you will do 25% more damage. This will negate the tome that reduces it by 25%. And it basically applies a cannot move restriction. So remove at the end of battle, and we'll say turn end 2 to 4 rounds. That's so wicked. Let's give it an animation. Let's pick one randomly here. So we'll copy this, paste this here. Call that Frogen Solid. Change the image to something frosty. I don't know about that. The sound effect isn't right either, but that's beside the point. That'll work. Let's change this to something frosty. like a lot of screen flashes, so I'm going to change it to target. Same thing with this one, target. And I don't want purple, I kind of want blue, so we'll change the color as well. One more ice sound effect. Ooh, it's nice. Okay. So let's copy this, paste this here, and then we'll put state. We delete all the sound effects and everything, and we batch it, and we change the scale to like 40%. Okay. Let's actually change the scale to 60%. Yep, that'll work better. And then this is 433, go back to the state, we apply state animation 433. Okay, we make sure that we assign that frozen solid to frozen solid. Let's give the skill to the enemy. And I shouldn't hit too hard, it's just gonna like keep. Where did I even put it? Frozen solid, okay. We'll give it a 4. Actually, we need to give it a 3, because that's a dirty move. So it's not the rarest, but it's going to still going to happen every now and then. It's not common either. I added some more skills and states for the ice primal fight. Alright, let's try it now. You just now received a notification that I'm streaming. I'm supposed to stop streaming right now. That's good job, YouTube. Let everybody know that I'm streaming after I'm done streaming. I'm going to do this last fight. I'm actually just going to retreat. I'm going to fight the boss one more time. I think we're close to the point where we can release something soon. I have to touch up a little bit of the storyline, and then so it's a little bit more of a cutscene here, and then touch up where the king is, or the duke is. So you go back there, and then they'll give you the boat, and then that lets you sail around, and typically that would be where the next chapter would end. And what else? Oh, the monster arena, and maybe if I feel like it's necessary, which I don't, I can add the hireable system. I'm not going to do that because it'll take too long. I want to push this update already. It's been like a good year plus since there's been any change to like what's been available for people to download. So let's start with this. Let's do Bleed Strike. So he's going to do the most damage, so let's just do Frost Shot 3, or Fire Shot. When the states land, that's where most of the damage is going to happen. Oh gosh. Okay, so he's got to do enmity. Start getting becoming the target. Let's do Phoenix Pound. Nope, we're not doing that. Let's just do a Phoenix Brew. He's frozen solid. Look at that. Doesn't it look cool? Did we get the bleed to land? We did not. There we go. Let's do strikers. More attack power. This is some evil stuff. Let Archer suffer in the depths of ice and despair. Okay, so he's bleeding. Let's assassinate. Don't miss. Critical. Ah, that was still a lot of damage, though. Healers. Oh, this is way harder now. But this Artura still does a crap ton of damage. I have to start throwing items on Arturus now. This is the way it should be, though, actually. You see how much damage he's taking at the end of the turn for the flame shot? He's getting wrecked by the damage because he's weak to fire. So he's like literally on fire. The Ice Primal's on fire. I need to put some sort of resistance to that. Like, not immunity, but that makes it too easy. That's the one thing that's making it too easy. But you're able to rush it. Frozen solid. Get frozen. See, the significance of it is you can't. He doesn't have his turn, so he can't use his Knight's Valor because he's frozen solid. I love it, actually. It needs less HP, but why I kept giving it more is because I felt like it was too easy. But I figure out what the problem is now. It needs a resistance to. Not resistance, but it needs. I did change the rate to the state of being a burning. So state rate. Where's that burning? So it needs to have some sort of resistance to burning. So let's drop that in half. So it's not immune to the other states like it is. Or it's not immune like it is to the other states. It can. It's immune to all the other DOTs, elemental-based DOTs, except for Bleed, which is an elemental-based, and it's weak to burning. But even though because those states are so strong that I'm giving it a 50% resistance to it, so that it's only and what this means is doesn't mean it's going to land 50% of the time. It's going to reflect the shot's own percentages. So. For example, the Flame Shot 3 has a 30% chance to cause burning, but because the thing has a 50% state rate, the 30 has to land, and then it has to like flip a coin to see if it sticks. Instead of if the 30% lands, then it sticks. Now it has to do a coin flip to see if it lands. Because if it does, it's going to just wreck it. It's going to do so much damage. That was what was that ice attack that wrecked this plane of existence? That was Blizzard or Blizzard 2. But the duo of Frozen Solid and Freeze Dry, yeah, did a ton of damage. Freeze Dry reduces the healing that you're getting, and Frozen Solid stops you in your tracks. You can't move, and you take extra ice damage. So it's getting there. There's more like strategy, I guess, going into it. The current strategy was to get burning on as fast as you can and stack burning so that it burns to death. But now there's a coin flip to get it to land. It could take a little bit longer to land. I'm going to save it right here. Actually, let me start the battle, because I'm sure if you knew it was going to be a boss battle, you would want to be a little prepared. So I'm going to do that. Also, I'm not spending my JP like I should. The party member should be like, he should have more HP. Maybe more agility or speed. Oh, I was saving for auto regain. That's why. Okay, I'm going to continue to save for auto regain. TP mode, enhanced stats. The Bard needs more MP to keep doing heals more often. Speed would help. I think willpower. Auto refresh would be fantastic. But we're going to go with 1 on MP. Olgun. Luck. All of the shots are luck based. So let's do 1 on luck and then 1 on HP. Okay, and then we'll just save. What are the current bard skills? Let's see. The more you use your bard skills, the more they go up. So right now, the standard or the current like overall bard skill that most of the bard spells reference in the damage formula is 20. But then each one of them has their own specialty that is also checked as a higher multiplier. So really, they're super low. Your bard would probably be a lot stronger coming in here, and if you did any grinding, like you'd have adamantine weapons. This would be much easier. So maybe I don't want to reduce his HP like I just did, because I felt like his HP was about right, but he burned to death so fast. So let's go back to the enemies and go back to. Because you start doing like 10,000 damage when you start critting at this point. It's at the point where if you have your multipliers right, your strikers on, and all this other stuff, you start doing 10k damage. Strikers, that's an attack bonus. Do a quick strike to get attack bonus. This is where the big damage comes from. When these deal burning damage, when burning lands, it does a ton of damage. I should have provoked. That's okay. Let's do the bleed strike combo. Frozen solid. Hey, it hit Olgwyn because I don't have provoke on, but now I will. Did I get bleed to land? I don't think I did, no. Now I did, though. Hey, it's got a much cooler animation now. Bleed does a ton of damage, too. And why doesn't it pop up and tell me how much it's doing? I didn't see that number. It just silently took thousands of damage. Let me see. Skills. I'm going to have to search for it. Oh, wait. Estate bleed. $7%? No way, man. No way. Bleeding's gonna go down to -2%. And you take more physical damage. I'm reducing bleeding by a lot. If I'm gonna allow bosses to bleed, then it can't be that strong. Reduced the chance for a bleeding strike to inflict bleeding, but reduced the HP drain of bleeding. Okay, so bleeding's doing the majority of the damage. We've got to restart this because bleeding was doing a ton of damage. I didn't realize it. I think to compensate, I'll have it deal more physical damage. 15% more instead of 10%. Why are you not using the Yanfly's custom damage over times, or are you? I am using them. I am using them for a lot of them. Hey, babe. Guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna do one last hoorah against this boss. I think we've got it pretty much set up. I should change those Dr. Vile, and this is, like I said, this is an old game, and a lot of the stuff that I've put in here have been like systems that I set up from a long time ago. So I thought I was using custom DOTs, when I first made this game, a lot of the plugins that we're accustomed to didn't exist yet. So I think that's a great idea. I'll take a look at adding those. I know in other projects I've done custom DOTs. Ooh, we got burning to land. I should have known better. Guys, thank you so much for coming to the live stream. I got to end it now. I think we're just about balanced out. I need to change my DOTs around to using custom DOTs. I thought I had my burning one and all of these elementals doing that already. So that's another thing. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, Dr. Vile. But otherwise, we've done a great job balancing this fight out. It's still going to be difficult unless the players grinded a lot for all of the adamantium stuff, or a lot of the adamantium stuff. Let's see if we win this. Why does ice bleed? Well, it's an ice primal, so it's a creature. It's not like a solid block of ice. It's a close fight. It's really... It's really a good boss fight, I am thinking. There's lots of different effects and stuff that's happening. And oh! Kill it! It got the crit. Come on, flame shot, finish it. Didn't do it, okay. This'll do it. Oh, I missed it! Dang it! Okay, and I'm out of TP for him, so yesterday's fish. There's the blizzard. Oh my gosh. So good. So good. Okay, let's do this. Bring back Dark Hero. Come on, kill it. It's still alive. Okay. We got it now. It's dead. Good fight. I think it is a boss fight now. It feels like it's not impossible, but it's definitely challenging. This is on your like average run through where you do a little bit of the mining system. You get like a couple of weapon upgrades here and there. But I think it's good. We made a lot of progress today. Thank you guys so much for coming to live stream. Really appreciate it. If you like what I do here on this channel, you can support me on Patreon. I have a Patreon page. Also, if you're interested in making cutscenes, you don't have to use the RPG Maker MV engine. But we started a game jam. My wife T, and I decided to do another game jam. So this year we're doing the C3, which is the Creative Cutscene Contest. So go to itch.io/jam/C3. And you can join. We just started it yesterday. So yeah, I would love to have you come to the jam and submit an entry. The general idea is to make a 5-minute project. Just make a 5-minute game where you showcase a nice cutscene or a series of cutscenes. There could be action sequencing. There could be battling. There could be, you know, a battle system. You could do whatever you want, but keep in mind it should only be like 5 minutes to 10 minutes. It should only be a 5 to 10 minute game. And if it's longer than 10 minutes, try to cut stuff and try to make it so that it's a good like 8-minute game or something. 5 minutes is perfect. A 10-minute game doesn't necessarily mean it's better than a 5-minute game for this. We're looking for a good cutscene that's going to make for you know, a good video, really. So if it looks good, people can show off what their different methods and don't resort to large scrolling texts if you do enter. 3 categories we're judging on: creativity, customization, and writing. Would love to have you come to the C3 event. Just stop on by the Discord, links in the description below, and say what's up. You can promote your stuff there. I'm not going to be on tomorrow because it is Friday, and I stream Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, Eastern Daytime. And so I'm going to be working on a plugin tutorial for one of Yenfly's plugin tutorial, the enemy map levels, or map enemy levels plugin. I'm going to make a quick tutorial on how to use it and how I'm planning to use it in the arena. I don't know if I'll get that done this weekend, but I'm going to try to mess with it a little bit. And that's going to do it for this weekend. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for coming. We'll see you guys on Monday. Don't forget to announce the stream on Discord next time. I do, Dr. Vile. I do announce it. It's under official content. Look, today at 1:50, I went live at 1:50, and I made a link. We're live adding cutscenes, bug testing, experience the storyline, stop and say hi. So I didn't forget to do that. I do that every time, almost every time anyway. So just remember it's official content on the Discord. If you see that light up, then I posted a video or I'm live. But Dr. Vile, thanks for all the great comments today. You've been awesome. See you, man. Take care, Great King Boo. See you, ZL. Good luck on your video. No worries. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.